them other girls, and I just say, fly girl, get 'em.
Hey YouTube, this is my second video. I'm so excited to be doing it. I thank everybody that watched my first video. I had so much positive feedback and I'm gonna keep going from there. But I want to keep this video short, simple, and sweet. Don't mind the grungy look. I am doing a date night tonight and my boyfriend's getting dressed. So I have a little bit of time to spare and it's kind of chilly and rainy, so I decided to do a darker look and I like this look, so I'm sticking with it. This video is going to be about foundation for the spring and for the summertime. I wanted to split it up into two videos, one for the high-end foundations and one for the drugstore foundations. I'm targeting ladies with combination and oily skin just like me. I am doing this video for the spring and for the summertime. I want to make sure you guys know what foundations to use, so therefore it doesn't feel like you're a face of grease or a bucket of grease when you're walking down the street and everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's a disco ball, and you're like, oh, okay. So yeah, I don't want that to happen to you guys. So I want to make sure you guys know what foundations work for me on my skin that makes my skin look a little more matte than greasy. So I want you to stay away from the other greasiness, but hopefully these foundations work for you. I actually want you to take notes or whatever else that you need. So if it's okay, you can it's okay to put me on pause. That's fine. Go get your notebook, go get your pen. And I want to tell you as much as possible about these foundations in a short amount of time. So let's get started. The first foundation I'm choosing is this Maybelline Matte Poreless. Yeah, it's a Maybelline Matte Poreless foundation. I'm actually wearing this foundation today, so I thought this would be a perfect way to start the video. I love this foundation. I'm actually happy with drugstore foundations nowadays just because I feel like they stepped up their game drastically. A couple of years ago, you would never hear me saying anything about a drugstore foundation because it was a bunch of not so good stuff. So I'm just happy that this is something that I gravitate to more than anything. I love my high-end foundations, but if I had to pick one out of the two, I would always pick drugstore nowadays just because they're cheaper and they do the same thing, and if not better. So I'm always happy with the drugstore, so don't be sleeping on drugstore foundations. You don't need something that's $50 to $60 to do the job right. You just want a foundation that's going to stay on your face, basically, and last all day. And this right here, my friends, Maybelline lasts all day. It doesn't oxidize. It's beautiful. It has different shade ranges. It's a lot of shade ranges, honestly. I am in the color, well, I think it's like just numbers, so it's 20M305. I think that's it, but if it's not, I'll look into it some more and do some research. And make sure, ladies, or ladies, gentlemen, whoever watches this video, make sure it's the matte poreless, just because they also have one for dry skin, but you don't want that. You want to stay away from the dry skin department because then it's just too much going on your face and it's not good. So take the matte one. This is my favorite drugstore foundation. Actually, it's my favorite thing to get from the drugstore, period. I go through so many bottles of these just because this is one of my favorite foundations of all time. I don't know why, I just really like it. It does the job. It looks beautiful. It blends with my skin perfectly. This is the Revlon 24-hour color stay foundation. It's perfect. It doesn't oxidize too much. It has so many shades. If you're darker than me, if you're lighter than me, girl, they have your shade. I'm telling you that much. They have so many shades, it's not even funny. I think this one has done the job so well, and I've been wearing this for I think at least 2 summers now. This is my go-to foundation for the summer. If anything else, I need to pack this one because this is something that I can't live without. Like I said, it doesn't oxidize. It's perfect. It matches my skin. It stays all day. I'm not even exaggerating. It stays all day, and I'm so happy that I have it. It says normal to dry skin can work with this, but this thing really stays all day, so I don't know how dry skin works with it. I don't know. but this thing is not budging. Once you put it on, you put it on. My next favorite is this BH Cosmetics. This was actually in my favorites video. It became my favorite in the month of March, but this is something that I wanted to mention to you guys. Again, I'm not going to get too heavy into it just because I feel like I got heavy into it in my favorites video, but this BH foundation, it's matte. To me at least, it's matte. It stays on all day. It's perfect. I have worn it non-stop in the month of March, and I think in the summertime it's going to do me justice just because this thing does not budge. I'm showing you all the makeup products that don't budge on my face. You know, every once in a while you might have to touch it up. Like the Maybelline, I do have to touch it up every once in a while, maybe every 6 hours, but shoot, if it's just every 6 hours, I'm okay with that. The Revlon, I actually kind of forget that it's on my face, and this is why I'm telling you to go buy this thing right now. Let me get back onto track. This is that, and I'm in the shade Mocha, I believe. Yeah, this was Mocha of the BH Cosmetics foundation. I didn't tell you the shade for Revlon, so let me get back to Revlon. I'm in the shade Caramel in Revlon. Yeah. I have this last one, and this is basically, the one I'm about to talk to you is the NYX Tinted Moisturizer. This basically is, it's okay. I like it. I made it into this video because I actually do like it. This is when I don't want foundation, or I don't want anything at all on my face to really, I don't know, there's sometimes where I just don't want foundation on my face. There's sometimes I don't want makeup on my face at all. So this is something that I gravitate towards just because it's easy, it's tinted, and it looks like skin. I do have to touch this up quite a bit during the day. I touch it up about twice. I'm very bad when it comes to touching up. I don't feel like I need to touch up, even though I really do need to touch up, but I get lazy and I don't like touching up. I just want my face to stay matte and perfect all day. But this, again, is something that I feel like, what is it, $10 in the drugstore. It's a moisturizer. It tints my face, and I just like it. It's something that I could live without, but I don't want to live without. But these three right here that I'm talking about, these I can't live without. But this one I can live without. But it's just a moisturizer, and it's just tinted, so therefore you could just put it on, slap it on your face, and go. It doesn't oxidize too much, and I just like it. I think that's why I made it into this video. I like it. I am in the color TM06. Yeah, I'm in the color TM06. I think that's the color. Again, I'm not good with this color thing, so whatever the color is, I'll put it down in the description box, and then you guys can go check it out from there. I wanted to talk to you about the L'Oreal True Match foundation. I do have that foundation. I don't know where it is. I packed it, and I don't know if I left it in the hotel or not, but I just don't have it right now for some reason. But that also is a good foundation. I don't remember what color I am in the L'Oreal True Match foundation, but it is a great foundation. I do recommend it. So therefore, just because I'm not showing you it in this video, that doesn't mean that it's not a great foundation. But those are my 5 drugstore foundations I actually want to talk to you about. Again, ladies with combination of oily skin, I suggest you go get those for the summertime and the springtime, especially if you live in Florida, if you live anywhere in Texas and it gets really hot and your makeup seems to just melt off your face. I promise you, for my face, I don't know about yours, but this 3 or 4, well actually I'll exclude this one just because I feel like this one's okay, but these 3 are not going anywhere, especially this Revlon. I'm gonna keep addressing this Revlon just because it's so good. One last thing I also wanted to discuss with you guys is the brushes that I do use, because a lot of people ask me what brushes I use for my foundation, and it's nothing special, I promise. It's no secret, it's no nothing. So I just picked up the 4 things that I actually used on my face. Since we're doing drugstore right now, I'll stick with this e.l.f. brush. It has like a flat top. Yeah, it's an e.l.f. flat top. e.l.f. never has like the name. It says powder brush. Alright, so it's the e.l.f. powder brush that I always use. This is one of my favorite ones. It's nice and dense. It doesn't take up your foundation. You know how some brushes just absorb your foundation? This actually stays right on top and you like buff it in. And I feel like this is amazing. The only thing I don't like, but I can't complain because the brush is only $3, and go ahead, you can go get it at Target, Walmart. I've seen them in, I've seen them in Old Navy, so you can get it about anywhere, or you can go on e.l.f.com. But the only thing I don't like about it is this brush comes apart very easily. Well, now it's not coming apart. Well, this one breaks. Really? Maybe I glued it on or something. Yeah, so you can go get it anywhere. This brush is cool. Don't expect anything special. This brush is peeling. It's $3. I can't complain. I'm not going to complain. If you want to complain about an e.l.f. brush for $3 and how it's not worth it or whatever else it is to complain about, it does the job. I'm happy about it. Yes, it's a little sketchy, but we work with it. And it doesn't help that I throw it, right? This is my matte 187 brush. This is one of my favorite brushes to use. It is quite expensive, so if you guys don't want to spend that money on a brush, to be honest, go get that e.l.f. brush. You will be just fine, I promise. But this is my matte 187. It's a fiber brush and it's dirty. All my brushes I'm about to show you is dirty because I have yet to clean them. So if you want to judge, go judge somewhere else, just not here. Yeah, so it's the matte 187. And I like to use it. My last thing that I'm going to show you is this beauty blender. I live by the beauty blender. I love it. It's dirty, but it works. Go get your go get an original beauty blender. Don't get the little dupe. I've tried many dupes and this is only one beauty blender. It does the job. It's perfect. I'm sure you've heard a lot about it. I'm not going to go too much into it. But yeah. If you have any questions about any of the foundations I mentioned today, comment down below and I'm going to try to answer you as soon as possible, and hopefully you guys can go pick those up. Don't sleep on my Drugstore foundations. I told you already, they're amazing, so don't you dare sleep on them. Oh no! I forgot one, guys. I really forgot a foundation. I don't know what I was thinking. I truly forgot about this foundation and I don't know what I was thinking. I was not thinking, but I just don't understand how I forgot about it. But I'm going to mention it anyways. And again, if this video is long, I'm sorry, but I did have to mention this. It's the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. Oh, I love this. Along with the powder it comes with. This thing stays matte on your face. Really, this might be a little too matte for me, for my likings. It kind of really does dry out my face, and that's kind of hard because I do have an oily face. But this thing does work. It works something serious. I did not want to forget about this. It doesn't oxidize. When it comes to the packaging, it's actually a lot lighter on the packaging. It's just hard to determine what your color is, but if you know what I'm talking about, if you can see it from here, this is actually a lot darker than the foundation. Is a perfect match than this. That was the last one I wanted to tell you. Perfect shade. It does oxidize a little bit and it truly does stay on your skin. I'm gonna end this video right here on part 1. This was the Drugstore edition, so I hope you guys enjoyed it and I will see you later.
Still flyer than the mother girls, and I just say, fly girl, get 'em.